It is Friday, September 29th, and the time is 10:36 a.m. A quick video ending up the week. I had not opened up any new orders yesterday and this morning, but I have closed quite a few. Starting off with the VIX, the only setup we had this week was R1 that worked out twice. This is the target, but it continued some more this morning. The gold didn't quite do what I had anticipated. It moved a bit, but it was enough for a double top. I thought maybe in here, if I didn't take any longs, but if I had been long S1 and S2, I would have been out in here. But in here, I thought it was overextended. It's going to move up some, and it did, but not enough to make a trade out of it. For 1885 to 95, about 10 points. Not too bad, but I didn't take that one. I thought we will go back to the 1904-ish area, but we did not. The ZN S1 and S2 held nicely. They both would have been at a gain. My exit would have been a buyback in here, a sell in here. I would have been long and out on both positions with a gain. It continued, but it's a trade I skipped as well. 10-year, the same thing as the inverse of the ZN, short, and this would have been the profit take. It continued to this area where there's a lot of price action in here, a lot of congestion in here. Oil did move nicely. It would have been a short on at R1. Didn't get a chance to add to it. It went down to, I would have most probably been taking profit if I had been short the oil. I would have been out in here somewhere, and that's a good level. It held well over here and came back to this region, moved up from there, and actually went down again. I guess there must have been some news going on, and it seems like the market open was the point where the price action stopped. MES, I am out. Was long, added to it. I put the limit in here and I was gone. Didn't quite get to it, and it moved away from it. I missed it by maybe 3 or 4 ticks. Got a little greedy. I think I put it in here somewhere at 58. Moved away from it and woke up this morning and it was filled, and it was a good point to get filled because we see we're backing away from the weekly open. M&Q, I was out yesterday in here and nothing added to it. Nothing with the M2K. MYM, I was long, took some heat, and this was my exit, and it got filled overnight, early this morning. The 6A continued. This was a target if you were long in here. It continued and pushed past the weekly open, but it came back to test it. Now I would think we will move up to here, then possibly move down again. 6E, long target, backed away from it, and then came back to. Now that we cleared S1, we're gonna come back and test it again. My guess would be in here sometime next week. I didn't take any of those again. S6B, this would have been the limit if you were long from here. It worked out okay. 6F, which is highly liquid, long, and this would have been the target. Canadian dollar has been moving this morning. Again, I think it's news related. I do not know what happened, but there was no setup anyway. The only setup is happening now. It's too late to be taking anything for the weekend. Corn stayed at R1, finally moved away from it a bit, but most probably I would have not held. If I was long here, I would have been taking a break even. I mean, if I was short in here, I would have taking a break even somewhere in here, not waited for this. Yeah, this is obviously there's some news going on with the grains, corn, wheat, and soy, because this move is not normal. Of course, this is a great long in here. If this was a Tuesday or Wednesday, I would be long in here, but too late now. I don't want to do any weekend risk on being long wheat over the weekend. Soy is moving as well. Natural gas, I think, also moved. This would have been a short. I think we had a rollover in that market because that's the market open. So this would have been a short S1 and it would have done okay, but now it's coming back to test it. This trade AUD CAD, I was long, I was out in here, it continued some more. I'm still holding AUD CHF. I'm short from here, from last week, 1, 2, I think 3. There's another one from another week ago before that, and it's finally moving back down. I was hoping and I was wanting an exit in here somewhere. We may still get it. It's 11:43. We still have a couple of hours. There's some news coming up, so I may be able to, and this will not get me back to break even. This is my chance here to get to break even. I missed it. I put the limit in here and just moved away, and now I'm hoping to see anywhere close to here to go out with a small loss. The Canadian dollar is, no, I mean the Australian dollar is long. This is my fill. It continued. Now it's coming back to test it. I think we test this and move into here next week. This had set up in here, but too late being a Friday. Don't want to hold anything over the weekend. I only have 2 positions still open, the AUD CHF and the CAD CHF, and I'm really trying to close them. This one is getting close. This one I had 4 positions on, 1, 2, 3, 4, quite a sizable position. In here I'll be a small up, so I'm watching it. I'll take a small loss if we're hitting 1 o'clock, an hour and a half from now, and we're not close to it. I'll just take whatever market price is and just get out of this position. This way I'm only left with the AUD CHF. CAD yen, Canadian yen, I was long, and this was my stop. I got stopped in here, and it just so happened that it's exact top of the market. So, you have to put a stop somewhere. I mean, you can't just put the stop here. That's just gonna kill your account. So, I mean, you have to put a stop at one point and just take the loss. Even though this happened, it's not gonna stop me from actually putting a stop in there. But if I had waited just a little bit on it, this would have been a much better loss. This would have been a good exit in here. This one was, I think, 200, yeah, about 178, 180 pips as a loss. So you're going to have those once or twice a month. You're going to have those losses, and you have to take them. Swiss yen, I think I was long from last week. I can't remember. Added to it this week, and I was out on both in here with a gain. I didn't take anything. This was too late. This is overnight, so this would have been a long in here that would have gave a small gain. Nothing with the Euro Swiss, nothing with the EuroCAD. I had been long, added to it, and I think I added one more time. I cannot remember, or maybe two positions. I can't remember. I don't have my account open. That this was my target, and that's a gain on both positions, and it's a good target. It continued a little bit more. This would have been nicer, but I had no idea this is going to happen. I think because of the oil moving so much today, Canadian dollar reacted to it. The Euro New Zealand, I was long. No, there's nothing here. I was long here. And took profit here, which was a perfect stop to take profit, because after that it completely collapsed. It's too late to be taken along in here, but if it was a Tuesday, Wednesday, possibly Thursday morning early, I would have taken along here. Nothing here. Nothing. Again, the yen has been very quiet, which scares me. I think it's about to do something. I was long on the pound Aussie, and I took profit in here. Too late to be taken along in here, but that's it. It worked out okay. It would have been good for 61 to about 50, at least 50 pips. I was short on the euro pound and took profit in here. It's a good place because after that I just consolidated very much, not much. This could have possibly been a long from yesterday. I didn't take it, but I've been good for 44 to 75, about 30 pips. This was a short that I didn't take, but it worked out okay. It took some heat, but it worked out okay. I closed out the Euro USD overnight. I was long, took some heat. Then I put my limit overnight, and everything got filled. When I got up this morning, I had like 6 or 7 positions filled. Most of them, almost all of them were gains, with the exception of the Canadian. I can't remember which one now. The pound also moved nicely. It would have been long from here. Took a little bit of heat, then it would have given you the nice gain back to the open, and that's a gain of 82 pips. Nothing here. It was too late to be taking a short in here, but it would have came back for a small loss if you had to take it. And this would have been a loss for sure. I doubt it'll come back in time for today. I'll hold it for the following week. I didn't take it. I'd made my profit goal for the week. This one I missed. I had a limit in here, and that's a great trade. And just completely went out of. If it made it low enough to get me filled, I would have been out here for sure. In here, at least the consolidation area or the back the weekly open, this would have been a decent short, but if it wasn't a Friday, this I finally got out of the Swiss. I had 4 positions on that as well, short, and short again. And in here, I think I took a small loss. Maybe not. I think it was a break even, very close to break even. I put it in there, and it was right at R1, and it worked out okay. Yeah, it was break even. Nothing happened here. We couldn't get high or low enough to take a trade, and nothing on the yen. Good week all in all. The best trades were obviously the micros, and they're coming back down again, so I guess they're gonna be looking at in here, then another move back up, depending on the weekend news and what happened with the government shutdown. Good week. It was not looking good earlier in the week, but it worked out okay. and I will do my best to put my levels early on Monday morning.